In this video, we are going to discuss how to change the resource requirement using the medical appointment simulation that we created in another video. You can check that video using the pop-up link or use the link in the video description. By default setting, when you assign a resource to an activity, the resource is required at the beginning of the activity and then released when the activity is complete. You can change this. Instead of being released when activity finished, the assigned resource is retained and stay with the work item until you say otherwise. We will explore these options with this new example. Right here we have two type resources, 7 nurses and 4 doctors. We know that a nurse will be needed both at the check-in activity and at the appointment activity, while a doctor is only needed at the appointment activity. We can set it up so that a nurse will stay with a patient during the process of checking in until the end of the appointment activity. First, we select the checking activity. We click on resources on the ribbon. We choose to add a nurse resource. Click OK here. And we need to check the property of the nurse resource. As you can see in this dialog, the 4 options on the bottom half of this dialog give you the option to change the default resource requirements. The current property of the nurse resource is normal. Require and release the resource here. We want to change this so that we do not release the nurse after the checking in activity. We need to select the second option, require here, but do not release the resource. This means that nurse will stay with the patient work item until we tell it otherwise. And then we should click OK. OK right here. We now need to set our example up so that we released the nurse after the appointment activity. We select the appointment activity, click on resources. We add nurse resource. And we need to change the default requirement for this resource using the detail button. The current property is normal. We should select the third option, only release the resource here. We already have a nurse resource with our work item from the river checking activity, so we don't need to require another one. That is the reason. All we need to do is to tell our model to let the nurse resource go after the appointment activity. And that's it. It's done. Now you can try to run your simulation.